Thank you. Thank you all for coming on the show. Wonderful. You're all looking beautiful. You're looking great there. Everyone looking amazing. Thank you all for coming on the show. Thank you all. Thank you. Hello, viewers. How you doing? Welcome to the Jury Question. My name is Chris Anositari. As you all know, the Jury Question will bring you varieties of entertainment every week from different guests around the country. But today we have some very good and special people with us on the show. But before we do what we do best today on the show, please join me to welcome my co-host, Esther, on the show. Thank you all. Thank you. Hello, Esther.
Hello,
Good to see you. You're looking really good.
Oh, thank you
Very
very
good.
much.
Please have a seat. Welcome to the show. Esther, as always, every week you come on the show, you give us more topic of what is going on in Iran and all of that. Today, what have you got for us?
The first of all, I have 3 highlights to share with my guests, the audience today.
Okay.
The first one was about a baby dumped.
Okay.
They put a baby, 2 days old baby in China, in the southern part of China.
Okay.
The baby was put in a shoebox
Yeah.
because when the mother gave birth to the boy, he had a cleft lip. It's a kind of disability
Okay.
where your lips is joined together. And they think the best thing to do is to dump the baby in the forest.
Wow.
So after 8 days, sealed inside the box in the thick forest, one woman went to the farm one day to pluck some fruits and heard the baby crying from nowhere after 8 days. And fortunately for the baby was rescued and put in the hospital, and the baby was vomiting sand.
Wow.
Because there was a bit of hole in the box where it was perceiving the hair. And
Okay, was able to kind of breathe and kind of live. Wow.
So the news gone viral. So like, oh, maybe the boy is going to be a president, the way people think, because he's being rescued or
That's
something
true,
like that for
that's
8
true,
days.
that's true.
So it's a miraculous thing. Very fortunate boy, I can say.
I see.
So good luck to the boy.
Very good. We hope that the boy lives alive, and we wish him good luck. So, Esther, what have you got for us again today on the show?
Yeah, the ladies were debating that they can't stand a man that cannot cook.
Okay.
And I was like, oh my God, should I write this news? Because I do a lot of news on my website.
Yeah.
About 20. Fortunately, I think I'm from the Western. I could have followed the tune like all the Western. We don't care. We dine out. We eat out. White doesn't cook. And the black were, the guy has to go back to his mother. No, we can't. What's the like? So I said, okay, in America, like they said, that they don't cook at all. They dine out, so they don't mind to marry a guy who doesn't know how to cook. But in Ireland there, one Irish said, I can cook, I can make a pasta, I can do some buns and everything, but it's not compulsory.
But do you not think that because, well, this is me just saying, I don't know if the audience will agree with it, is it not because some men are very much so busy where they don't really have the time to actually cook?
But they have time to eat?
Well, like someone like me, I don't really have the time to really cook.
To eat?
Well, I will eat anyway, somehow. I will eat something.
If you listen, we are made for each other, to help each other.
Of course, yes. No, I'm not disputing that.
I work as well.
Yeah, but that's what I said first.
I can't imagine you sitting by the television and say, oh, like in Africa, is my food ready? Come on.
No,
I give you 10 minutes to finish now. I wouldn't like that. I won't even marry you anyway.
Don't get me wrong now. There are some men who can cook. There are some men who cannot cook. But there are some men, like people like me. Like if I manage to cook, it's just something I want to do 2 or 3 minutes. But there's some men who cannot really cook at all. I believe maybe that's the message for those men who cannot really cook.
Then we go on fast.
Esther, you're great. What's the last one you have for us today before you go?
The last one I have for you is how to look great without touching your appearance.
Very good.
These days people are bleaching, doing their nose, doing their front, doing their back and everything.
Wow.
There are so many great ways you can retain yourself without affecting your personality.
Okay.
Like for example, I think everybody is beautiful in the sight of God.
Very good. Is that true? Is that true? Come on, round of applause for that. I like that.
Yeah, the most important thing, they said beauty comes from inside. When you are happy, your beauty will definitely
True.
appear.
True.
Like, if you, let's say you are a bit down or you think you are not beautiful, looking at the mirror, checking yourself upside down, instead of doing that, get some activity. Get yourself engaged in some interesting thing.
Wow.
I mean, sense of humor is very important. Stay where the jokes. If you can't take a joke, you don't need to walk out of the jokes. Just a bit caution, like. Try to make yourself happy. That's the most
Wonderful.
important thing.
Wonderful.
And use perfume because it makes you 100%
Smells
attractive.
good. That's
yeah,
real. That's true.
Yeah, you don't need to modify yourself.
Right.
When you see some people nowadays, you think they are mannequin. You see. So,
Esther, we leave it there. A big round of applause for Esther. Thank you all. Esther, thank you. Thank you very much. Viewers at home, you know how we do it on the show. It's a jury question. You know how we do it. Thank you. Thank you very much, Esther. Thank you so much. Thank you. We'll be right back after this. Thank you. Welcome back. Come on, give it up one more time for Esther. Thank you. Wow. Viewers at home, welcome back to the show. This is how we do it on the show. That's one great topic Esther brought there for this show today. But before we kick off today's show today, like we said, we have some special guests today on the show. Please join me to welcome makeup artist Erica on the show. Thank you. Hello.
How are you?
I'm very good. Good to see you.
Thank you very much.
Please have a seat.
Oh,
Welcome
thank
to the show. Great to see you, Erica.
Thank you very much.
So tell us about yourself, Erica. How it all began as a makeup artist.
So I'm in Ireland 8 years, and
Okay.
I've always been working as a waitress.
Okay.
And I never had really chance to do what I really love. And since I'm small, I love fashion and beauty, and so it was always something I wanted to do.
Yes.
So I worked very hard. I saved some money, and finally 4 years ago, I did a course which I just fell in love with.
Good.
I went through body painting and makeup, weddings, and I just really started to love it.
Okay.
And I started doing this professionally, and I met really interesting people, and I did lots of shows like Miss Island. It's the third year I did now, and I met you as well.
Great stuff. Now, Erica, tell us about, like, you've worked with all the different pageants, all the different people. What is like? Originally, you're from Poland, correct?
Czech Republic.
Oh, Czech Republic. I beg your pardon.
the
there.
next door.
Yeah, just I rewind that anyway. So you're from Czech Republic.
Yeah.
Being an island there, having the opportunity to have a career like this, what is like for yourself?
Absolutely, it is, because here actually you have a really good life with, like, I can afford
Yes.
to do what I love.
Okay.
Which in Czech will be a little bit more difficult, but that's what is good about Ireland, that I'm able to do what I really like. So I still working in the restaurant,
Yes.
but like anytime free, like all weekends, or sometimes I have a photo shoot, I have this show, but you never know what is going to happen.
That's true. That's true. And that's
Never
one thing
know.
about here in Ireland. Nearly everybody have one thing or the other to do. Either you're working, or you have your own business, or you have something at all. I think the good part about Ireland is especially younger people mostly, there's a career line for everybody. But still, they still work, they have something to do that they love mostly, you know?
Exactly.
So pretty much.
And you
Yes,
know what?
Yes, go on.
Actually, I love, because the lady, she mentioned before, the beauty inside.
Yeah.
And if you truly do what you really love,
True.
with all the passion, no matter what, it's maybe hard at the start, but one day you will get there.
True, true.
And
I like
actually,
that. I like that.
I was so nervous, and now actually feel really comfortable because I'm really with nice people. So
Come on.
thank you so much.
Well done. I like that.
You know.
Good. Let's take a look at some of your work that you've done. Like, you've worked with other different models in different areas, you know.
yeah.
And today's show is going to be looking down that road as well. So take a look at some of your own creative work. What is like for you to be able to come up with this style? Is this something that you physically just have in your mind, or would your client give you the idea, or what would
See, I'm not the kind of makeup artist just like, being somewhere on the counter and I like these crazy things. I like painting and like this passion, and like
Right.
I love it. So
Okay.
that's the kind of my part I want to do.
Okay.
And I actually started teaching even kids in the Irish Film Academy
Wow.
to do the makeup, body paint. So that's the kind of crazy things I love. But also I do things what makes me money, so I do wedding and
course.
like a private lesson. But this is really, I love photo shoots. You can get crazy.
Yeah, and is this done within your 4 years of being in college to study these, or is this something you?
So I met, yeah, exactly. I met loads of Irish models, and it's so beautiful about Ireland. There is so many nationalities, girls. So
Good, yeah.
it's sometimes you can really pick some good idea image. So I have friends, photographers, who they help me to build this portfolio at the start, and now it started getting slowly to actually doing professionally and get paid, and every makeup artist know how hard it is actually
It is,
in
sure.
Ireland, and I'm still not able to do it full time, but one day I know I'm nearly there.
You're getting there. You have to climb the step by step,
Yeah.
step by step, step by step. You get there. You know, before we let you go, have you got like a website and a page that people can really go out and look out for your work and be able to connect with you at all? Have you got a Facebook or web
I
page?
do indeed.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So how can they find you?
So it's on the Facebook, and my name is Makeup and Styling by Erica, and you can find me even on the Facebook, which is my name, Erica Matuskova.
Wow, come on, give it up one more time for
Thank
Erica
you
on the
very
show.
much.
Thank you. Erica, where you going? I like that. We should see that. So viewers at home, tune in. We'll be right back after this. Thank you, thank you. I love that. Come on, one more time, Erica. Hello, welcome back to the show. Give it up one more time for Erica. Thank you. I love that. We just finished up Erica straight away. Bingo, there you go. Anyway, welcome back to the show. This is how we do it on the show. Please join me to welcome my very good friend, photographer, award-winning photographer, Michael Ayers on the show. Thank you all. Come, one more time. Woo! Hello, sir. Good to see you, sir. Welcome to the show. Please have a seat. Thank you very much, sir. Good to see you.
Thanks.
So, Michael, thank you for being on the show here today.
Oh, thanks for having me. So, really enjoying myself here.
So,
yeah.
Michael, tell us about more of what you've achieved. Being an award, an award for photographer, you know, in Irish, you know, here in Ireland, all the places you work. What is it like for yourself?
You mentioned about winning awards and stuff like that. Like, I would set goals for myself, continuing to win awards.
Sure.
Because if you just continue working day-to-day basis, you know, you won't progress at all.
That's true.
So what I tend to do is I would look what's happening in Europe and in America, and try and keep up to date with the levels that they set. I enter competitions, national fashion competitions in Ireland and in England, and when I win a few, I know I kind of go in the right direction.
Wow.
Yeah. So this year was actually a very good year for me, and 2014 was good. Yeah.
So, Michael, let's take it backward a little bit. You started when you were about 15.
Even before it, yeah.
Before that, and your mom helped you
That's
through
right. Yeah.
through the process. What is like at that time, you know, when photographer is not
That's right.
like the
yeah.
way it is
Yeah,
right
that's
now.
a fantastic question. In those days, like, photography was very, very expensive. Now,
Sure.
my family, we didn't have a lot of money, but my mother had a passion for photography, and she had an old Kodak box camera, and like she would have spent an awful lot of money to buy this camera.
True.
And she recorded all of us when we were getting through the stages of life, from kids to teenage and stuff like that. But around the age that you just mentioned there, I just noticed this camera I held in my hand, and she saw me out the corner of her eye, and she says, "You take a few pictures, Michael." And I says, "Yeah." I was afraid in case I drop it, you know. But I took the pictures anyway, and I think from that moment I was just smitten, you know.
Kind
I
of
just
sparked
had to-
your interest immediately from there.
Yeah, absolutely, you know. And then, like, when I went to school then, most of the other kids were into soccer, football, Gaelic football, and all the sports. I wasn't great. I didn't have a massive interest in that, you know.
Your mom was taking that part of you now.
Yeah, you know, I did have an interest in the arts. With, like, the school I went to was more or less like into the sports side of things. But I had one teacher who was kind of very, very good, and kind of said, like, yeah, Michael here. He encouraged me into to develop the artistic side of my interests, and got a job in the airport when I was 13 to 14. Washing up in the kitchens to buy my first camera, and I was afraid to use it in case it break it.
That's
You know, well, I kind of got over that, and you know, just went on from there. You know,
You know, bring it back to what you're saying, Michael. That dives into some of your work that you've done. You know, can you give us more illustration on how it does inspire your mind? It's okay, I want to work with this model.
Okay.
I want to I want to kind of, you know, work on this kind of inspiration that will make a difference. You know,
Yeah.
what's like for you?
Well, like the day-to-day job would be social photography, commercial photography, and kind of weddings as a third. Now, the fashion I got into that's only about 10 years ago because a kind of something I always wanted to do, and I just was lucky enough to meet the right person at the right time.
True. That's one key.
Yeah, and we were just talking about it, and he kind of said, "Michael, how old are you?" I told him, but I won't tell anybody here.
Hang on one second. Do we want to know? Do we want to know?
No.
Okay. Say yes. I'll tell you no.
Thanks very much, folks.
Okay,
And,
wait,
no,
Michael.
he basically said, you know, give it a go. I personally think that you can make a go of it, he said. And I said, okay. And then I started, you know. And basically, you know, this kind of stuff here, I try to be unique. Fashion in Ireland and England at the moment is very bright. You know,
Sure.
flat colours.
Kind of flash colors and
tons of
everything,
light.
just kind of light.
Yeah, exactly. So I said, well, I want to be something unique. So I have gone the total opposite of that, as you can see from the pictures that
Yeah,
are
very
coming up
nice,
here.
very classy,
Yeah.
very kind of relaxed. And
Yeah,
you can
and
get a
shadows.
portrait. Yeah.
Shadows is my big thing. And people say, you know, how many lights do you use in your studio? And I say, well, I mean, I can use 6. But said, that shot there is 1. You know, and you don't need 6, you don't need 4, you don't need 2. Sometimes you need 1. But there's one thing you do need. You need to have a vision in the back of your mind.
That's true.
A professional photographer will always have the finished product in his head or her head from the start of the shoot to the end of the shoot.
That's
and
true.
people kind of looking at you as a photographer and saying, what's he thinking about? What's he doing now? You know, and sometimes I just drift off, you know, when you're thinking, you know.
True, true. So let's talk about this one as well. What's like for this one? How do you kind of picture this? What is this kind of telling us? What message does this portray here?
That was for, that shoot there was for a hat. It was for hats, a hat designer.
Yes.
And it's kind of a little bit cropped at the top, but it's, I said it was red, right? And the dress was red. And when it came into the studio, the accessories were, they're actually gold.
Okay.
And this is the first time I kind of disagreed with a stylist. I kind of said, like, why use gold accessories when there's black on the hat?
Why?
Oh, I never thought of that. So that's, you can see the black here, and it actually works. So you have the black there, and you have the,
Kind of bring the
red.
old beauty, because the hair is dark.
Yeah.
Then you have the old kind of, you know, whatever gold or whatever,
Yeah,
it's
the
black
neck,
in there,
yeah.
and then you have the black, and it kind of portrays more about that. And then you have the old nails all be painted.
Yeah.
on the-
Now sometimes with the nails, you have to I have to in Photoshop paint them in.
Oh.
You know, because I won't. Sometimes the color mightn't just suit the picture when you're
Sure, when
shooting
you're
it,
kinda shooting.
and you mightn't see it straight away. And afterwards, you kind of see it on the screen. You say, well, they might be better if they're different shades, so you kind of paint them in Photoshop. But that one there, you'll see there's just one eye in it. You know, with a slant.
Right.
You know, and that kind of makes the shot gives a little bit of extra, as well as the lips. You
That's
know,
good,
the
very
lips
good.
is the lips and the skin tone.
Yeah, I'm kind of
Makeup
jealous.
artists, absolutely, you know, fantastic work. by the
Yeah,
makeup
give it
artists.
up one more time for that. See, that is the beauty about this show, is bringing the creative work of we individual, especially here in Ireland. You know, like Erica was like saying the way she have to think about what way she's gonna put her style. It's the same thing you're working on. Like someone brought something very different, and then you know, you say no, this doesn't work this way. It's because you think outside the box. You know,
Yeah.
let's take a look at this. This is one of the
That's the same
that's
again.
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The black, you talk about the colors and the old gel all kind of work out there for you. You know,
haven't seen that, no.
but for all the young people who are looking at your expression work, what kind of advice do you want to give them before you go?
To go into the profession.
Yes.
It's a very tough profession to go into nowadays.
Sure.
There's an awful lot of people. That's the downside to the question you asked me previous.
Yes.
There's a lot of people in the industry now. It's, you know, you have to go to college and do a degree in it. Like when I went into it, you wouldn't have had to do that. You just prove how good you are by your images. But my advice is go and do your degree. Look at all the fashion magazines, all the fashion shows on television. Shoot, trade for in your spare time. Meet as many models, many makeup artists, many stylists as you possibly can. But keep in the back of your head your ultimate goal of what that would be, and that's to be a full-time professional photographer.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Give it up one more time. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
Oh, again. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this. Thank you very much,
Okay,
Michael. Appreciate
thanks.
that. One more time, Michael. Thank you. Woo! Please give it up one more time for Michael. Thank you very much. Thank you. I like that. That's how we do it. Please join me to welcome my next guest is one of those people who have just finally landed another. Please join me to welcome Miss Carlo on the show. Come on, show some love, people. Hello. Good to see you.
You too.
Please have a seat. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Great to see you. Miss Carlo, you're on the J Request show today. So tell us about yourself.
Well, firstly, my name is Roslyn. I'm originally from Nigeria, but
Yes.
moved here to Ireland about 15 years ago.
Wow.
And I've lived in Carlow ever since.
Wow, good stuff. So tell us the opportunity you're achieving right now, becoming Miss Carlo. What is it like for yourself?
It's even hard to believe. I didn't even know the competition existed until the previous Miss Carlo messaged me on Facebook and was like, "Oh, I think you should go for this." And I was like, "Me?" It's like, "Are you sure?" And she
You're
was
not too
like-
sure of yourself
I
going
was
in.
like, okay. And then, I got there, I met the girls, and I was like, okay, maybe I have a chance in this competition.
Yes.
And everything just literally fell into place, and I won it. And now I'm heading to Miss Ireland,
Wow.
representing Carlow.
Wow.
And it's just shocking.
Come on, give a big applause for that. Most times on the show is part of what we do is to see people be able to achieve something very different.
Yeah.
At the moment, what did you study in school and college? Knowledge?
I'm currently a second-year bioscience with bioforensics
Whoa.
and biopharmaceuticals
Wow, that's good.
student, currently doing exams at the moment.
Wow.
But hopefully I'll be getting into third year.
Great job done. So today you're on the show. What other things would you like to do? Say, if you finish this now, your next target would be to go for Miss Islands. Good. And what are your preparations and other ways that you want to go for that kind of big competition?
Whew. Oh my gosh, that's a tough question.
This is it. This is it.
To be honest, I'm not really sure what to do because it is my first time. But I do know I'm gonna get up. I think they take us for a weekend away where we get to meet all the girls. They run activities.
Wow.
And since Miss Ireland is just based on the charity work you do and your personality, there's nothing really that I can do other than being myself.
Okay,
Just
sure.
doing what I do.
Sure.
That's all.
Sure. And what other kind of hobbies would you have other than being a pageant? You know, you're in
Yeah.
college, you've given all information about that.
Yeah.
What other hobbies would you do?
I've been a part of the Carlow IT basketball team for the past 3 years.
So you do the basketball thing?
Yeah.
That's good, that's good.
Growing up as a child, I was really, really active. I did athletics all through primary school.
Music
I did
as
it
well?
all through, yes, I
Okay,
do.
very good.
Every Saturday, I help a church and I help teach children choir. And every Sunday, well, most Sundays, not
Yeah,
every Sunday,
church.
I'd be in church.
Definitely. Before you get it, I'm in there already.
Yeah.
There you go, the church there. Okay, Miss Carla, I want to say thank you very much for coming on the show. Please give it up one more time for Rosie. Thank you very much.
Thank
so,
you.
Rosie, don't go nowhere now because I know you're about to stand up. Okay. Before we wrap up the show here today, I want to say big thank you to all my guests. But first of all, give it up for one more time for Erica, please. Thank you. And give it for award-winning Michael Hayes as well. Come on, give it up. Thank you. And to my very guests here, Rosie and Miss Carol. Give it up one more time. Look. I want to say big thank you to all the viewers at home who tune in to watch the Jimmy Question. This is how we do it every week on the show. So join us next week as we bring varieties of guests on the show for you. So we'll come your way next week. Thank you very much. Thank you to my audience and to my production crew. And bye for now. Thank you all.